Hello and welcome to a brand new A2 level podcast story. Today we begin a long and exciting adventure about a young space explorer, a mysterious signal, and a journey across the galaxy. A strange message in the night. Leo was a 14-year-old boy who lived on a small space station called Orion 3. Unlike most kids, Leo didn't live on Earth. He grew up in space, surrounded by stars, planets, and giant windows that showed the universe every day. Life on Orion 3 was usually calm. Wake up, eat breakfast, attend space school, help his mother with science equipment, go to sleep. Nothing strange ever happened, nothing exciting, nothing dangerous. But one night, everything changed. Leo was sitting in his small room playing with a mini robot he built from old parts. The station was silent. Everyone else was asleep. Then suddenly, beep, beep, beep. His computer screen turned blue and a message appeared. Unknown signal detected. Leo frowned. What? A signal at this hour? And from where? He tapped the screen. A map of the galaxy appeared with a small red dot blinking far away. The data said, Origin unknown. Type unknown. Status possible distress call. Leo's heart started beating faster. A distress call? From another planet or another ship? He knew he should call his mother. He knew he should tell the station commander. But something inside him whispered, Find out first. Check it yourself. Leo wasn't brave, but he was curious, very curious. The empty hangar. He put on his small space jacket and stepped out of his room. The station lights were dim. It was nighttime mode. He walked quietly through the long metallic corridors, hearing only the hum of engines, the soft buzz of electricity, the echo of his own footsteps. He reached the hangar. It was huge, cold, and almost dark. Inside were 3 ships, a big transport ship, a science vessel, and a small, fast exploration ship called Starling. The Starling was Leo's favorite. It was old, but fast, very fast. As he approached it, something surprised him. The ship door was already open. A soft blue light glowed inside. He felt a chill. Someone was here? He stepped closer and noticed something strange. A small device was placed on the pilot's seat. A hologram suddenly appeared and a robotic voice said, Hello, Leo. Your help is needed. Leo jumped back. What? How do you know my name? The voice continued. The signal you detected, it was sent for you. For me? Leo whispered. The hologram showed the red blinking dot again. Follow the signal. The galaxy needs you. Leo stood frozen, confused, scared, excited. He knew one thing. His life would not be normal anymore. Tomorrow, nothing would be the same. And this was only the beginning of his long journey through the stars. The next morning, Tom woke up earlier than usual. His heart was beating fast, and he felt a mix of fear and excitement. The map was still under his pillow. He pulled it out and looked at it again. The strange symbols, the red circles, the glowing stone. Everything felt unreal, like a dream, but he knew it was real.
Tom got dressed quickly. He packed a small backpack with water, a flashlight, a sandwich, a small notebook, and a pencil. He also put the old map inside the backpack. Before leaving the house, he quietly looked around to make sure no one was awake. The village was silent. The sun was slowly rising, and the sky was soft orange. Birds were singing, and the cool morning air felt fresh on Tom's face. He walked toward the whispering forest. The closer he got, the stranger the forest looked. The trees were tall, much taller than he remembered. Their branches were twisted like long arms, and the leaves made a soft whispering sound, even though there was no wind. Tom stopped at the entrance of the forest. He took a deep breath and whispered to himself, "Okay, I can do this. I just need to follow the map." He opened the map again. There was a red X close to the entrance, and next to it was a sentence. "Step into the forest, but take only the path that feels alive." Tom frowned. What does that mean? A path that feels alive? He looked around. There were 3 paths in front of him. One was wide and clear. One was narrow, dark, and full of branches. The third path looked normal, but the grass on it was moving very slightly, as if breathing. Tom felt a small chill on his neck. "That must be the one," he whispered. He slowly stepped onto the living-looking path. As soon as his foot touched the ground, he felt a warm and gentle vibration under his shoe, like the earth was welcoming him. Tom followed the path deeper into the forest. The trees around him made soft whispering sounds. Some whispers were close, some were far away. He couldn't understand the words, but the sound was calm, not scary. After walking for about 10 minutes, Tom saw something strange. A small wooden sign was hanging from a tree. The wood looked old, and the letters were faded, but he could read them. "Turn back if you do not belong." Tom swallowed hard. The forest suddenly felt darker and quieter. He took one tiny step backward, then stopped. "No," he said softly. "I came here for a reason. I need to know the truth." He walked forward again. At that moment, the forest changed. A soft light appeared further ahead. It glowed like fireflies flying together in a small circle. Tom walked closer, his eyes wide. It wasn't fireflies. It was a floating stone. A stone glowing with blue light. The same stone drawn on the map. Tom couldn't believe it. He stepped forward slowly, whispering, "Is this the stone that the forest wants me to find?" He reached out his hand. The blue stone floated gently toward him, and then everything around Tom shook. The trees bent, the ground trembled, the whispers became louder. Something big was waking up deep in the forest. Tom froze. He didn't know it yet, but touching the stone was only the beginning. The forest had been waiting for him, and now it wanted him to follow. Tom stepped deeper into the whispering forest. By now, the sunlight was weaker, and the air felt cooler. Everything around him seemed alive, even the silence. He followed the glowing line on the map, and every few minutes the map changed again. A small arrow appeared on the corner and pointed left. Tom whispered, "Okay, left it is." As he turned, he entered a narrow path full of tall grass. The grass brushed his legs and made soft shh sounds, almost like whispers. Then Tom realized something. The whispers were not just from the grass. They were coming from the trees. Very slowly, very softly, the trees murmured, "Turn back. Danger ahead. Leave the forest." Tom stopped walking. His heart started beating faster. "Is the forest talking to me?" he whispered. He looked around. No wind, no animals, no people. But the whispers continued. Tom closed his eyes and took a deep breath. "No, I'm not leaving. I came here for answers. I'm staying." The trees fell silent. A moment later, the map glowed again, brighter this time, and a new message appeared. "Your courage accepted." Tom felt a warm energy move through his hands, almost like the forest approved of his decision. The Bridge of Echoes. After 10 more minutes of walking, Tom reached an old wooden bridge. It looked broken, unsafe, and very old. Some of the wooden boards were missing. Under the bridge was a dark river moving slowly like black glass. A sign stood next to the bridge. "Cross only if you listen." Tom frowned. What does that mean? He stepped on the first board. Creak. Nothing happened. He stepped on the second board. Suddenly, a voice echoed across the bridge. "Say your name." Tom jumped. What? The voice repeated. "Say your name." Tom swallowed nervously and said, "My name is Tom." The bridge glowed softly, and a safe path of wooden boards lit up. The voice whispered again, "Say your purpose." "My purpose is to find the glowing stone," Tom answered. The bridge accepted this too, and lit up the rest of the way. Tom walked slowly, step by step, across the bridge of echoes. When he reached the other side, he exhaled deeply. "I did it!" He turned around and noticed that the bridge was now completely dark again, almost invisible in the shadows. A shadow in the forest. Tom continued walking, following the map. But after several minutes, he began to feel like someone, or something, was behind him. He heard branches snap. He heard leaves move. He felt eyes on him. Tom turned quickly. Nothing. He walked faster. The noises continued. Finally, he shouted, "Who's there? Come out!" A moment of silence. Then, from behind a tree, a pair of glowing yellow eyes appeared. Tom froze. Something stepped out of the shadows, slowly, carefully. It was a wolf. But not an ordinary wolf. Its fur glowed faintly with silver light, and its eyes looked intelligent, almost human. Tom stepped back. His voice shook. "Please, don't hurt me." The wolf stared at him for a moment. Then it lowered its head, as if bowing. Tom blinked in confusion. "You're not attacking me?" The wolf walked closer, gently, without growling. It touched Tom's hand with its nose. Then Tom looked down at the map and saw a new symbol appear. "The Guardian has found you." Tom whispered, "The Guardian?" The wolf turned and looked deeper into the forest, then looked back at Tom. It wanted him to follow. Tom took a deep breath and nodded. "Okay, lead the way." And so Tom and the glowing wolf walked together into the darker, deeper, more mysterious part of the forest, toward something Tom was not ready for, but needed to face. The next morning, Tom woke up early. He could not stop thinking about the map he had found in the attic. His heart was full of excitement, but also a little fear. He knew the Whispering Forest was dangerous, but he also knew that this adventure was something he could not ignore. Tom packed a small bag with food, water, a flashlight, and a notebook. He wanted to be ready for anything. As he left his house, the morning sun shone on the village, making the streets look calm and quiet. But Tom felt that today would be very different. When he reached the edge of the forest, he noticed how tall and dense the trees were. Shadows moved slowly across the ground, and the wind made the branches creak. The forest looked alive, like it was watching him carefully. Tom took a deep breath and opened the map. He studied the symbols carefully. The glowing stone was marked deep inside the forest, near a river with small waterfalls. He had to follow the paths and avoid dangerous areas. The forest was much bigger than Tom had imagined. He walked carefully, listening to the sounds of birds, rustling leaves, and distant water. Sometimes he saw small animals peek at him curiously. Rabbits, squirrels, and even a fox crossed his path. After a few hours, Tom reached the first challenge. A small river blocked his way. The water was fast and cold. He looked around and saw some stones that could help him cross. Carefully, he stepped from stone to stone. His heart beat quickly, but he did not fall. On the other side, Tom noticed a strange pattern on the ground. The trees had marks that seemed to guide him. He realized that the forest was giving him clues, helping him move toward the glowing stone. As he walked further, he felt tired, but also more confident. He stopped to drink water and write notes in his notebook. He wanted to remember everything: the sounds, the smells, the paths, and the animals. He knew these details could be important later. Suddenly, he heard a voice calling from behind the trees. "Hello, who is there?" Tom froze. It was a girl about his age. She had a small backpack and looked curious but friendly. "My name is Lily. I am also looking for the glowing stone. Maybe we can help each other." Tom smiled. "Yes, I think that is a good idea. It is safer to go together." And so, Tom and Lily became partners. Together they faced new challenges, crossed streams, climbed small hills, and discovered hidden paths. They shared stories, laughed at small mistakes, and encouraged each other when they were tired. As the sun began to set, they found a safe place to rest near a large oak tree. They shared some food and water, and Tom looked at the map once again. He felt proud and excited. The glowing stone was closer now, and they were learning about the forest, its secrets, and each other. That night, Tom wrote in his notebook, "Today was amazing. I met Lily, we crossed the river, and we followed the clues. The forest is strange but beautiful. Tomorrow we will continue our adventure, and I hope we find the glowing stone. I am ready for what comes next." Tom and Lily slept under the stars, listening to the whispers of the forest. They did not know what challenges awaited them, but they were ready to face them together.